You know that part that people often do where they stand up and begin to thank everybody and the sponsors and the audience and the board members.
Mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law, yes. It's really boring to most people and often redundant, and it slows that presentation down so much, and it's like a pin going in a balloon. It just pops the energy. So there's no rule that says you have to put all of that at the beginning.
Right.
You need to say it. Consider putting it at the end. Jump right into your presentation, perhaps with a story, a quote. We love quotes.
Right.
And so you've got your audience, they're quiet, they're anticipating. So give them something that has so much impact or is startling or is delightful or is funny, but that grabs them immediately.
Building credibility and rapport with the audience. A very powerful method to use is a story, because we want to know a little bit about our speaker. So tell a story, and through the telling of the story, you'll begin to connect with the audience. They'll be learning about you, and it's a tremendous way to show a tiny vulnerability and build rapport and trust with your audience.
Another great thing about a story, you got all of those facts and figures that you're using. They're pretty cold. They're pretty, and we get so many facts and figures now, they go right past us.
Right.
So use a story to illustrate the facts. And when you're using facts, how many? 1, 2, 3 at most?
Right, 3 at most.
3 at most. For some reason, our brains seem to be able to hold things in triplet. And after the third fact, if you give a fourth, we often forget the first. So no more than 3 facts.
Analogies and metaphors, because we are in a science and technology type community now. And for example, there's a lot of talk now about brain science, and people start talking about brain science and neurons and connections. I used this illustration not too long ago, and people seem to understand. So you talk about synapses and the jumping of the neurons. Think about you're outside in nature and there's a very clear body of water, perhaps a pond. You take a stone and you throw it, and what does it do? It skips along the water. Those are your synapses. That's your neurological wiring. That's what it looks like when your thoughts are jumping from thought to thought to thought. Easy. And that's very different than going into a anatomy and physiology. I can't even say it. Anatomy and physiology type lesson.
Of synapse.
Of synapse, right.